Hello, and I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. I'm doing something new. I'm going to try out something called After the Session Confession. I literally just left dialysis on a Saturday, and I'm in my car, and I want to really capture how I'm feeling in certain areas that are important to me, and I want to do so in a way that's genuine, that's not rehearsed, that's just me kind of talking and going over certain aspects of the dialysis experience that I think could be helpful to other people. So basically, I'm going to jump right in and talk about these things that you see on the screen. I'm going to start off with my mood. Now, coming into today, earlier today, I actually dialyzed in the evening, start at about 5 p.m. my time and go to about 9:30 or so. And my mood today was actually really, really good. I attribute that to me accomplishing some important things that I set out for myself today. I am putting together a website, a blog, maybe you visited it. I am just trying to develop some important social media platforms for me because my mission is to get the word out about kidney disease awareness, help those folks who are experiencing kidney disease themselves or kidney failure or dialysis or transplant, any of those things. I want to be helpful and provide the kind of information and just firsthand experience that will help those folks navigate their own kidney journey. I want to continue to do that just through kind of stuff like this, doing videos that are telling people's stories, telling my stories, videos like this that are firsthand knowledge from dialysis patients or kidney patients in general. And so yeah, my mood was pretty great today. Now I will say my dialysis clinic is going through a really wonky, topsy-turvy time right now where they're losing personnel and people are moving on to other opportunities, and I'm all for that. I cheer that on. But what that creates, it creates kind of a vacuum of people, the higher ups trying to scramble to fill space and trying to, get employees in here to help us, remove toxins, remove fluid, and so on and so forth. And so, but my mood is pretty good today, and I'm really grateful for that. Go down to anxiety. That's the second thing on my list because being a human comes with its own kind of certain level of anxiety. Just being a human who's able-bodied, who's relatively healthy, that comes with its own set of anxiety. Now, you sprinkle in some chronic kidney disease, some end-stage renal disease, you sprinkle in some of that and you could have that anxiety increased exponentially. Now, the reason why I was a little anxious today is because, again, I spoke about earlier, us really kind of having, fluctuating personnel issues. What I will say is that as I walked in today, and this is what I usually do when I go into the center, I kind of survey where everybody is. What helps relieve some of my anxiety, is seeing patients who I expect to be there. You have your women and men who are in their designated spots and they're dialyzing, and they have their creature comfort surrounding them. You have your tablets or phones or books and blankets and pillows and reading material, whatever makes you comfortable. So it actually gives me comfort to see that when I come in, and that serves as a great reminder of, or a great kind of trigger for me to, relieve some of that anxiety that I face. And when I do that, when I'm done kind of surveying the floor, I usually look at the personnel. Who's there? Is my regular nurse there? Are my regular technicians there? Or are things seem to be going normal, or is there a lot of chaos on the floor? And so I really am in tune to that kind of stuff, and it allows me to kind of use another trigger that'll help me regulate my mood even better. And so today I came in, I saw my regular nurse. We had a couple of substitutes. We had a tech who's filling in from another location. But this tech, I worked with this tech directly today. This tech cannulated me, and they were awesome. I never discount the experience or the expertise of the technician. It's not me warming up to them because of their experience level. It's because I don't know them, and that can sometimes trigger some of my anxiety. But this tech has actually been filling in at our clinic for probably a few weeks now, and I have come to see this tech as a regular now. And so this tech put me on, and I mean, this was probably one of the most painless cannulations I've ever experienced. Now, I've experienced cannulations where one stick could be painless and then the other had a slight amount of pain to it. But I tell you, this technician was able to cannulate me 2 sticks, no pain. And that, again, another thing that helped bring my mood up, bring my anxiety down. And so I'm going to move on to pain. Again, there was no pain. Usually in my experience as a dialysis patient, there's very little pain involved. Now, for me, this is my experience. I'm not talking about everyone who is on kidney dialysis. For me, the pain is minimal. Every blue moon, and I mean the bluest of moons, I'll get a cramp. But that has really diminished over time because I've learned my body, being a dialysis patient for so many years, I've learned my body, and I've learned really where I can go as far as pulling off fluid, where I can go as far as like trying to push and challenge my weight. I know my body and how my body is going to respond for the most part. And so for me, dialysis is not really a painful experience. And passing the time, I usually have I guess it would be like a system or just kind of habits that I do. I'll come in and I'll maybe play Words with Friends. Then I'll watch a little TV. And then I'll, get on YouTube or any other social media platform just to kind of meander around a little bit. And that, for me, helps me pass the time. Now, if I'm lucky, I'll get a little bit of Benadryl. I'll get to take a nap for maybe 30 to 45 minutes. And I'm very grateful for that amount of time. I know there are several patients in my clinic, co-patients, who can sleep for the entire time, and I'm just so envious. But, it is what it is. So anytime I can get 30 to 45 minutes, a quick little nap, and I wake up and the hands on the clock have moved in a favorable way, I love it. And so that's how I passed the time today. I watched a few shows. I played on my phone, played Words with Friends, watched some YouTube videos. I communicated with some family members. I spoke on the phone. It was just stuff to kind of pass the time. And that's what you're going to need if you're a dialysis patient and you're just looking for something to do to help pass that time, to help that 4 or 3 to 8 hours pass by. And so let's move on. My weight. Now, my weight is my biggest nemesis. I had to take off 5 kilos today. Now, 5 kilos is basically 5 liters, 5,000 milliliters. And so that's what I had to do. My weight has always been a struggle for me. It's something that I really need to get a grasp on if I'm looking to get a transplant in the future, which I am. I'm going to have to tackle this weight problem or this weight issue like I did the first time around getting my transplant. And really for me, that means implementing some best practices, some protocols that basically have me consuming less. Less food, less salty foods for that matter, less liquids, because those things go hand in hand. The more salt, the more of those things you consume, the more you're going to be inclined to drink. And so I have to just kind of double down on the protocols that I know work, that have worked for me in the past, and I just have to do what I have to do. But my weight is definitely a thing that it's just a challenge for me. And my energy level. Now, again, I know my body well enough to know that I could only take off a certain amount and be able to walk out under my own power without staggering, without feeling, lightheaded or blurry-eyed. And so my energy right now is pretty good. I'll probably put my energy level at a 7 to the point where I can record a video. And so I'm very happy about my energy level today, to the point where I'll be able to go home. I'll be able to fix a little dinner for myself. I'll be able to kind of accomplish those nighttime habits, those nighttime rituals that will prepare me for the next day. Because that's been my experience as a dialysis patient, like having enough energy to do a thing. Do you have enough energy to come off of a Thursday night session in order to do your laundry on Friday? Because that's my laundry day. And so everything is about having the right amount of energy to perhaps go out with my girl on a date, or visit with friends and families, having the kind of energy that'll make me worthwhile being around. I don't want to be around friends and family and not have the energy to be myself, so to speak. And my loved ones understand where I am and the fact that I'm a dialysis patient, so they give me a lot of leeway when it comes to that kind of stuff. But yeah, I wanted to kind of talk about these things, and this list may stay the same. It may change depending on kind of what I want to target for that day. But yeah, mood is great, Anxiety was kind of iffy there for a minute. Pain is really non-existent for me as a dialysis patient. It's non-existent. I can't speak for everyone because everyone has different experiences. Passing the time, my system worked, Now there's some times where that system just doesn't work. I can say, "Oh, I'm gonna play the game," and that just doesn't, I'm antsy the whole time. And so it looks like I look at the clock and the clock is going in reverse. That's how it feels, And my weight, my biggest nemesis, something that I want to really get a hold of, really get a grasp of, but it's just so challenging to do so. And my energy level, good enough to make this video, and I'm so happy. And I want this to be a regular thing after the session confession, just me talking. Don't really have a roadmap. I guess what you see on the screen is a bit of a roadmap, but yeah, just talking to you guys, and hopefully you guys can kind of take some of this information and maybe apply it or use it in your own experiences, whether you're a patient, kidney warrior yourself, whether you're a caregiver of a kidney warrior, or whether you're a supporter. I mean, you don't have to be directly connected to kidney disease to support it, Supporting means just, participating in social media, participating in the giveaways, doing those kind of things that'll help spread the word about kidney disease awareness. And yeah, everybody's instrumental in that mission. And so I just wanted to wrap it up by thanking you for stopping by to watch the video. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you know of someone who's traveling on their own dialysis and kidney journey, please share this video with them. If you tell me what you thought about this video, and tell me, if you're a dialysis patient, tell me about some of your experiences in the comment section. I really appreciate you stopping by, and I hope to see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.